Okay, now we're converting Fahrenheit to Celsius. So we're going to use this when you know the Fahrenheit and you don't know the Celsius. This is the formula used for this. Since we don't know the Celsius, the C is over here by itself. And this is C equals 5/9 times, when you see a number in front of the parentheses, like when we distributed, that means 5/9 times F minus 32. PEMDAS says do everything in parentheses first. Okay, so how do we use this formula? First, write it, because every time you write it, you're going to automatically memorize it. It goes into your brain. So, take your Fahrenheit that you know and put it in here for F, because the F represents the Fahrenheit temperature. So that means 5/9 times 86 degrees minus the 32 degrees, or minus is just 32. So, do your parentheses first. So that would be 5/9. 86 minus 32 is 54. So this is 5/9 times 54. Since this is a fraction, I can turn this into a fraction by putting it over 1. 54 divided by 1 is 54. So now that you have a fraction times a fraction, first to look to see if anything will cancel. If not, you can just multiply straight across. But I can cancel 9 and 54. 9 goes into 9 once, 9 goes into 54, 6. So then, multiplying straight across, 5 times 6 is 30. 1 times 1, 1. And 30 divided by 1 is 30 degrees. Do not forget your degree symbol. So 86 degrees Fahrenheit is the same thing as 30 degrees Celsius. Alright, look at 17D number 3. We're going to turn 75 degrees Fahrenheit into Celsius. Since we want to know the Celsius, we start with the formula where C equals, C is over here by itself, 5/9 times Fahrenheit minus 32. Okay, so you take your Fahrenheit temperature and put it in right there. So 5/9 times 75 minus 32. That would be 5/9 times 43. Since this is a fraction, I can turn this into a fraction. Well, 9 does not divide into 43 evenly, so you can do it another way. When you're multiplying fractions, you can multiply straight across. You can do 5 times 43, which is 215, over 9 times 1, which is 9. Now this means 215 divided by 9, and I'm okay if you use your calculators for this. And that comes out to 23.8888. Let's say we want to round to 2 decimal places. This is a review and rounding. I want to stop here to 2 decimals, so I look here. 5 or more, raise the score. 4 or less, let it rest. Since this is 5 or more, this number gets bumped up to the next one. Raise the score to the next one. So that would be the same as 23.89. Make that one go up by 1. So 75 degrees Fahrenheit is the same thing as 23.89 degrees Celsius. Alright, let's look at 17D number 2. We're going to convert 120 degrees Fahrenheit into Celsius. So since we want to know Celsius, start with the formula that C is all by itself. C equals 5/9 F minus 32. Take your Fahrenheit temperature and put it in there for F. So 5/9 times 120 minus 32. PEMDAS says do parentheses first. So that would be 88. So 5/9 times 88. Put that over 1. 9 does not go into 88 evenly. So I'm just going to multiply straight across. 5 times 88. 440 over 9 times 1, 9. Now you can do 440 divided by 9. And that comes out to 48.888. And if I want to just round to 2 decimal places, I want to stop here. I look at that one. It's 5 or more raise a score, so we'll round up to 89. So it would be 4.89 degrees Celsius. So 120 degrees Fahrenheit is the same thing as 48.89 degrees Celsius. So let's do a summary. Over the last 2 lessons, you learned how to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit and Fahrenheit to Celsius. You've learned 2 different formulas. When do you use each one? On these review pages, on D, E, and F, you need to look to see which one you're trying to find. The one you're wanting to know, that's the letter that needs to be over here. So if I'm trying to find Celsius, I want the formula where Celsius is over here. This question mark means that's the one I'm trying to find. So if I want to know Celsius, I need to use this formula. This means I've been given the Fahrenheit. I know that. That's what that check mark means. I know the Fahrenheit. I want to know the Celsius. Use this formula when you don't know Fahrenheit. That question mark means that's when I don't know. That's what I'm looking for. So use this formula when you're trying to find Fahrenheit and you know the Celsius. So when you know the Celsius, put it here. When you know the Fahrenheit, put it here. Over here on the right-hand side is what you do know. Over here is what you don't know, is what you're looking for. So when you're looking for Celsius, use this formula. When you're wanting to know Fahrenheit, use this formula.